AGGO-DAH-GAUDA by Anonymous. AGGO-DAH-GAUDA had one leg whooped up to his thigh so that he was obliged to get along by hopping. He had a beautiful daughter, and his chief care was to secure her from being carried off by the king of the buffaloes. He was peculiar in his habits, and lived in a log house, and he advised his daughter to keep indoors, and never go out for fear she should be stolen away. One sunshiny morning, AGGO-DAH-GAUDA prepared to go out fishing, but before he left the lodge, he reminded his daughter of her strange lover. "My daughter," said he, "I am going out to fish, and as the day will be a pleasant one, you must recollect that we have an enemy near who is constantly going about, and so you must not leave the lodge." When he reached his fishing place, he heard a voice singing. He looked round but saw no one, so he suspected the words were sung by his enemies the buffaloes, and hastened home. The girl's father had not been long absent from the lodge, when she began to think to herself, "It is hard to be forever kept indoors. The spring is coming on, and the days are so sunny and warm that it would be very pleasant to sit out of doors. My father says it is dangerous. I know what I will do. I will get on the top of the house, and there I can comb and dress my hair." She accordingly got up on the roof of the small house, and busied herself in untying and combing her beautiful hair, which was not only fine and shining, but so long that it reached down to the ground, hanging over the eaves of the house as she combed it. She was so intent upon this that she forgot all ideas of danger. All of a sudden the king of the buffaloes came dashing by with his herd of followers, and taking her between his horns, away he cantered over the plains, and then, plunging into a river that bounded his land, he carried her safely to his lodge on the other side. Here he paid her every attention in order to gain her affections, but all to no purpose, for she sat pensive and disconsolate in the lodge among the other females, and scarcely ever spoke. The Buffalo King did all he could to pg 156 please her, and told the others in the lodge to give her everything she wanted, and to study her in every way. They set before her the choicest food, and gave her the seat of honor in the lodge. The king himself went out hunting to obtain the most delicate bits of meat both of animals and wildfowl, and not content with these proofs of his love, he fasted himself and would often take his pibigwan Indian flute, and sit near the lodge singing. In the meantime AGGO-DAH-GAUDA came home, and finding his daughter had been stolen he determined to get her back. For this purpose he immediately set out. He could easily trace the king till he came to the banks of the river, and then he saw he had plunged in and swum over. When AGGO-DAH-GAUDA came to the river, however, he found it covered with a thin coating of ice, so that he could not swim across nor walk over. He therefore determined to wait on the bank a day or two, till the ice might pg 157 melt, or become strong enough to bear him. Very soon the ice was strong enough, and AGGO-DAH-GAUDA crossed over. On the other side, as he went along, he found branches torn off and cast down, and these had been strewn thus by his daughter to aid him in following her. The way in which she managed it was this. Her hair was all untied when she was captured, and as she was carried along it caught in the branches as she passed, so she took the pieces out of her hair and threw them down on the path. When AGGO-DAH-GAUDA came to the king's lodge it was evening. Carefully approaching it, he peeped through the sides and saw his daughter sitting there disconsolately. She saw him, and knowing that it was her father come for her, she said to the king, giving him a tender glance, "I will go and get you a drink of water." The king was delighted at what he thought was a mark of her affection, and the girl left the lodge with a dipper in her hand. The king waited a long time for her, and as she did not return, he went out with his followers, but nothing could be seen or heard of the girl. The buffaloes sallied out into the plains, and had not gone far by the light of the moon, when they were attacked by a party of hunters. Many of them fell, but the Buffalo King, being stronger and swifter than the others, escaped, and flying to the west was never seen more. pg 158.